When we started Circular City Week 3 years ago, I'm not sure we even imagined how big and how much sort of traction this week would get. So this year we have reached 90 events that take place throughout the week. You will be able to meet more than 200 speakers at different events. And all of this made possible by more than 100 hosts and partners that are essentially creating all the content for Circular City Week. The design industry has really started to take upon its own life within Circular City Week. So it's amazing being with you all today, and I'm so much looking forward to hearing the discussions. We really see an uptake in interest and so many new ideas and technologies within this space coming out. So I really am happy to have especially so many Danish partners with me today, because as you of course can hear, that's also my own background. Before I want to give the floor to Martine, I just want to also give a big shout out to our 6 pioneer partners. These are here in 2021, ABB, Arab, NYSERDA, Freshfields, Dell and Rubicon. Without these 6 entities, we would not be able to host this open platform available for everyone. So thank you so much for being with us today. I hope to see you also at many of the other Circular City Week events taking place throughout the week. But have a wonderful event, and I look forward to listening in. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tone, and also a very warm welcome for me. I'm Martine Barbry. I'm head of trade at the Consulate General of Denmark here in New York. And at the Consulate, one of our main focuses is sustainability and the circular agenda. And we're happy to present some of the finest examples of Danish circular design here today. As you know, Denmark has a long history of functional and practical design, and I think that most of you must have heard of Arne Jacobsen and Hans Wegner. But in Denmark, we also work increasingly towards circularity, both in regards to responsible consumption and production and recycling. Using Danish tradition in design thinking, we take a holistic approach to problem-solving societal challenges, linked to environment, energy, and so much more. And this is what we'll hear about today. But before giving the word to Betina Simonsen, CEO of Lifestyle and Design Cluster Denmark, I'll just quickly run through the program. We'll start with a presentation by the American company Feather, who will present us with a subscription-based business model. And then Danish ethical design brand Mader will talk to us about how they see and use opportunities in waste and scrap materials to recycle and reuse and create new durable products. We will then proceed to a short presentation by the Danish brands present here today, Circle Supply, Hopper Kits, Pow, Quist Industries, Mader, Montana Furniture, and Spor, followed by a moderated session between the brands. At the end of this session, we will be giving you the opportunity of talking more in depth with the different brands in the breakout rooms, and we will give you further instructions after the panel discussions. And with this, I wish to bid you a very warm welcome again and give the word to Betina.
Thank you very much, Martine. I'm also very happy to be here. I have the pleasure to talk to you about the circular economy and how we are working with circular economy in Denmark as a start, and I will share a couple of slides with you. I am the CEO of a Danish cluster called Lifestyle and Design Cluster. And we are the one taking care of innovation, the innovation agenda for design, furniture, and fashion in Denmark. We have since 2012 operated a lot of both regional and national programs into circular economy. Actually, more than 500 companies has gone through our programs and developed a new green circular business model. Lately, we have also started some newer initiatives, and that has been into blockchain. We are now both within furniture and in fashion finishing up our first prototype into blockchain. And we are also now working with competence programs for the both the fashion and furniture programs, because after finishing your green or circular business model, you also must have in-house people in the company who can maintain it and keep on developing it. So the last new things on the agenda is circular textile symbiose. Denmark have decided from the 1st of January 2022 to household collect waste textiles, and we want to make sure that it's not just being incinerated or somehow going into be burnt in the energy plants. We would like to make sure that these textiles is used as a new resource. Besides these programs and activities, we also do exhibitions within furniture and fashion and circular business model. We think it's a very good way of showcasing these samples and brave companies who've been working very hard to develop these business models. And it's both in Denmark and overseas we do that. This is just to give you a little bit of a time frame of the circular economy development of Denmark. And we were so lucky that in 2017, there was the first advisory board put together for circular economy. And they made the first Danish national strategy for circular economy in 2018. After that, there was a governmental climate partnership with industry partners developed in 2019, and they put in suggestions to make a climate law that was introduced in 2020. And this climate law state that Denmark is reducing its CO2 emission by 70% by 2030. Just recently, we have also commented on a new, more aggressive and ambitious action plan into circular economy. And any day soon, we are hoping that this new plan will be publicly announced. And as you can see on the end is the household collection of textile waste, which we will try to use as a new resource and make into new products and services. How is this consumer trend relating to circular economy? There's a few things that is actually encouraging us all that we definitely need to do something about the consumption. Lifestyle products, we can see over this last 20-30 years have actually become less and less expensive, which have also, together with increase in income, done that we actually consume more. We should consume way too much, both furniture and fashion, that we actually need. The good thing is in the Nordic, we like to spend a high percentage of our income on higher level and quality products. But of course, it also has to be moderated in the consumption level. And the good point of the consumer trends is that we can see the secondhand sales, not even only in fashion, but also furniture, will soon exceed new product sales. Especially in fashion, many is predicting that in 2029, actually it will be the same or actually exceeding the sales of new products. And also we can see that more than 3 in 5 consumers, they actually are looking for products and has less environmental impact before they make a purchasing decision. Also, we have some very good news that the public procurement in furniture will in the future have a more demand on a circular way of using the products. And we have seen in Denmark lately a couple of municipalities who've actually put this into action and demanding that in the new requirement for public procurement. But we don't want just one case or 2 cases. We would like it to be rolled out as soon as possible, as it is a very good driver for circular economy. We have tried to build up a couple of themes we would like to introduce for you today in the circular economy. We use this kind of, and I'm sure that many of you have other kind of themes, but these seems to be so far covering well the circular economy themes when we work with our companies. And I'll just mention a few examples. And one is on leasing of furniture. In Denmark, we are not very good at this. It's quite new for the Danish furniture market, and that's why we are very welcoming today Feather to talk about the US experience they have in building up their business. We have a couple of examples of some company that has this in their business model, but it's not at all as extensive as it is in the US. Resales, which is also very important for staying in the loop, for products to be staying in the loop. We can see that there's a used furniture, office furniture, which often is actually almost as good as new. And we also have some of the more traditional resales, like furniture auctions, and resales old newspaper that's becoming online. So it becomes easier for everyone to engage and to sell or buy used products. Repair service, which is also an important part of staying, for the products to be staying in the loop. We did a report and an analysis last year, and we found out that 40% of our furniture companies actually offer this kind of repair service, which is of course not enough, but it's still very positively that it is within their business model. Take back programs, which is very difficult and very complicated, because many of companies have a global sales layout, and how to take these products back, and how to use the products when you get them back in house. But we have one very good example, which is Skære, who take back their products and redesign them and repair them, and they sell them again as a classic collection, and very nice indeed products. Design for longevity and disassembly, which is a very important part of the circular economy business model, because this is where you decide a lot of the things, what materials to be used, how high the quality should be, and also if somehow there is the product's end of life, how can you use parts of the product into new products? And I'm very happy to say that two of the companies here today that you will hear on the panel, Hobbykits and Martine, are actually serious into these business models. Reduce and reuse materials is also very important, and also to keep the materials into the loop, but also to have maybe other waste materials from other value chains. One man's trash, another one's treasure. And here you can actually really make sure that these waste materials are not put to end of life, but you can give them new life. And we will hear from Meta Design today, and from Circle Supply, on how they work with waste materials or reused materials into their circular business model. That was a very fast just overview of the Danish way of looking, the lifestyle way of looking into the different and examples of different circular business model. But to go much more in deep, we have an American example, which I said we would like to learn a lot from, is Feather, and Kendra Ovesen, Vice President of Merchandising, will have a presentation now talking about renting furniture, what gives value for products with multiple life. And I must say, I've had a meeting with Feather and Kendra and her people, and I'm very impressed. And there's so much Denmark can learn from your business model. Are you with us, Kendra?
Yes, I am. I just unmuted.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for inviting Feather to be a part of this. It's such an esteemed group. And we've actually had the opportunity to be attending as much as possible Circular City Week for the past 2 years. So it's really exciting to actually now be one of the people speaking. So thank you. Thank you very much. I thought I would introduce you to Feather, tell you a little bit about us and how we work. Would love to share with you a little bit about our design and merchandising approach, because it really does tap into some of the circular themes that Betina was just sharing, and the process that we go through in order to ensure that we have durable furniture that fits our model, as well as addresses our customer needs. And then just a few points around some of the sustainability initiatives that we've been working on. To start, we're only a 3-year 40-year-old company, so we are doing as much as we possibly can to contribute to circularity and sustainability as it comes to furniture. But what is Feather? Feather is a rental furniture company that is redefining furniture rental for a new generation of renters. And we're helping people have the ability to feel at home no matter where they're living or for how long they're staying. And we certainly know that people do move around a lot as they're going through their various life stages. Feather was founded to provide greater freedom and flexibility to help keep more furniture in homes and out of landfills. And a lot of times we find that people are participating in fast furniture, just like fast fashion, that's a tongue twister, fast furniture. And a lot of times that product doesn't really have the durability to last for a very long time. And it's really hard to move from place to place. And it typically ends up on a street corner or in landfill. And our goal is to really try and keep more furniture out of landfill and in people's homes. So how does our business model work? Well, renting with furniture is the most stress-free and convenient way to get furniture through Feather. Our customers browse our website. We have over 200 pieces of furniture that covers all areas of the home: kitchen, dining, living, bedroom. We also have lighting, we have art, and we have rugs. Customer gets to browse through, select what works for their space, and then they get to pick a rental term length. We currently offer 2 terms. Our most popular is our annual membership. The membership plan is where the customer pays $19 a month, and that gives them access to reduced rates on their monthly costs. It includes delivery, full assembly, as well as pickup at the end of their contract. The other term length that we offer is for 3 months. So it might be if somebody has a temporary stay, or we're actually finding that it works really well for people who are needing to stage properties for sale or possibly for rent. Once the rental term is up, our customers can choose to renew the plan, or they just simply return any of the items, and our team will pick them up, take them back to our facilities, and then go through a very rigorous process of not only just sanitizing and cleaning them to make sure that they are in tip-top shape for when we send them out, but also to refurbish and repair them. So the goal is for us to be able to send the furniture back out and to its next home. This, we feel, gives customers a smarter option. It gives them that flexibility, and it allows for us, again, to keep furniture out of landfill and into their homes. We're currently operating in the New York City area. We are in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Orange County. We recently launched DC, Richmond, and Baltimore, and we have plans in the next coming months to be launching in some new cities that I can't quite disclose yet. But we are very excited about our reach throughout the US and bringing this really more of a lifestyle alternative to our customers. So on that note, who are our customers? Well, we're really ideal for anyone who is about to move or just moved, maybe just starting out, making some changes in their lives based on their personal circumstances. Our customers tend to be in their 20s or in their 30s, and they're typically living and renting in cities. But we also feel that this is a very attractive option for anyone who is really looking for a little bit more flexibility and freedom in their life. The furniture itself is extremely stylish, and we really think about the consumer wanting to have great design, great quality, but then also to fit within the spaces that sometimes in cities can be a little tricky, whether it's getting into the apartment or the space itself is a little unique due to the way cities are carved up for urban living. So now I'd like to talk to you just a little bit about our design and merchandising approach. It really taps into some of the circular themes that Betina had shared. Obviously, we're leasing. There is an aspect of our business where I'll touch on around resale. We do focus on repairing the product, and we think about designing for longevity and making it easy to assemble and or repair the product. And we try to tap into as many either natural products that are easy to repair, or we try to tap into opportunities to use some products that have been upcycled. For example, we do use PET, and we're also working with a few other companies that are using other forms of plastics that are being converted into materials that can be used for home. So when we think about our design and merchandising, we think about refurbish and redeploy, because we are having to ensure that we have the ability to repair the product when it comes back to us. And we think about it from the standpoint of the durability to extend the life of the furniture, as well as we think about component parts. So we think about our unique system of refurbishment and reuse. And this means that we select durable materials and have a component part system that allows us to replace that part rather than destroying the entire piece of furniture. So for example, some of our sofas, even though they're very tailored in appearance, are actually slip covers. So this gives us the ability to make a change of the slip cover. If something happens to that slip cover, we can replace the slip cover versus having to damage out the entire sofa. We also have a lot of component parts. For example, some of our shelving units share component parts. So that way we can easily replace a shelf if it gets damaged, but the frame is still intact. This is really important. And in order to do this, we've partnered with really great manufacturing partners that really share our values to creating furniture that's built to last. We look at it from the standpoint very similar to the Danish culture, that you're not really out there to be disposing of your furniture. You're making that investment and you hold on to it. It's the same thing in the US from back in the days when people would actually pass heirlooms on to each other, and furniture was built to last. We've kind of, as a culture in the furniture industry, we've moved away from that because we know that people like to have a lot of change, or they are moving. So we're really tapping into trying to keep that heritage of building that furniture to last. We also partner with like-minded brands that, such as Floyd out of Detroit, Lisa Mattresses, and West Elm. These are partners that share our same sensibility and our same values around sustainability. They also share our high quality, and they design their products with a great amount of great style and being very well designed. And then I think I mentioned some of the materials as far as PET, but we do use a lot of stones and marbles, terrazzo, which is actually a repurposed material. We use a lot of natural finishes on our woods, so we have the ability to fix and repair them relatively easily. And then we do think about using materials that are easy to clean with some of the water-based polyesters that have some performance finishes on them that makes it easy to blot up some of the stains that somebody would have over normal wear and tear. The other thing that we think about is being multifunctional as well as versatile, because we are not one particular look, but we realize that we need to have a look that is going to work in multiple spaces with multiple lifestyles. We've also had the luxury that over the past 3 years, we've been able to have really great conversations with our customers. And we really wanted to, we've been able to dig into some of the challenges that come with creating a home when life is so much in motion. So our offering, we hope, is really solving some of these challenges through a combination of being versatile, offering comfort, and also offering great quality and that it's well designed. So some examples that we have is and I mentioned components from the standpoint from repair, but we've also done a lot of modular furniture, and that gives the customers the ability to either grow with the space or to accommodate for perhaps being in a smaller New York apartment. And then if the customer or other customers are in LA, it allows us to also manage our inventory very smartly. So we're not purchasing a lot of inventory, that we're actually trying to utilize the inventory the best that we can.
Then we just quick move to the next keynote speaker, Henrik Marstrand.
My God, how do I top this? Kendra, thank you for a very inspiring and super fast and yeah, again, very inspiring way of presenting your company. So welcome here from the Matas showroom in Copenhagen. It's getting a little bit dark here, but you know, our minds are fresh and ready for all these let's say exciting discussions that we have here. So I was asked a bit to present a very different, let's say, approach. Is this sharing or what? No, not yet. I need to share screen. Hang on. There we go. So basically, we've been around since 2006 and have, well, if not being the pioneering brand in Denmark, but at least one of the ones that set a tone in taking in the values of sustainability into the heart of a brand launch. So essentially, the values that lies behind Matas is something that lies very deep in our heart and in our philosophy in terms of being Danish and being responsible in the way we see production. So Matas means essentially mother in Latin, and not to spend too much time on that. But we've, as I said, we've been around since 2006, where the topic of sustainability were, at least in the Danish furniture industry in that time, were words that would say, well, yeah, it's just like, you know, it's just like purple in fashion industry. It will go away in a year or two. But some of us were very persistent in terms of thinking sustainability and circularity, even in the early days, and that has laid the ground for Matas. So we've tried a lot, we've failed a lot, and we've succeeded a lot. So at least in the let's say last 5 years, where the whole maturity of consumers, of architects, of corporate companies has, you know, really matured in terms of taking a responsible opinion and the way they source furniture, and the way that not just the longevity of a design piece, but also the way that it's handled when it's disassembled and so forth. It has been an amazing last 5 years for us, and luckily it has changed us as a company. So what we've done, and especially over the last 2 years, we've maybe gone from a very not very traditional manufacturer, but where some of the let's say the essential materials like wood and aluminum and other of the, let's say, very long-lasting materials has been very dear to us, and we've certified all that we could, and we've upcycled all that we could. But over the last 2-3 years, we've ventured into more let's say green tech opportunities, and this is where we see our future coming. So what we are working on, and what we have succeeded on in our recent launches back in September, is essentially patented technology where we can upcycle industrial plastic waste. We can work with different waste fibers, like coffee shell waste or spent grain waste, which is a byproduct from beer production, mixing with plastic waste, fiberglass waste, textile waste, and other types of waste that essentially is a problem for the waste holder. And what we've done together with the great people involved in this journey is that we have let's say succeeded in creating a technology that can adapt or upcycle many types of waste streams into furniture products, and honestly without compromising the longevity of the design itself. As a brand, we commission different designers, both Danish and international, to shape our collections for the future. And by no means we are going away from the long-lasting perspective of a design piece. It should be as beautiful and as loved for generations. But looking at what our planet needs, is we need to take care of what happens next. And with the technologies that we are owning, we can essentially take back each of the design pieces that we produce. We can remanufacture them into new design pieces, and we can circle that in a production loop up to, let's say, 5 times, and that captures a lot of carbon footprint into the production itself. So essentially, we see waste as an opportunity for the future. What you're looking at here is the newly launched Earth Stool. And the ingredients here is a 50% beer waste fiber and a 50% upcycled waste from insulin pen productions made by Novo Nordisk. And what we've done in order to succeed in getting this technology to the market is we work with some of the largest Danish corporations around, global leader, or at least one of the leading beer brewers of the world, Carlsberg, where we have used their byproduct from beer production into the fiber we need. Novo Nordisk, which is the insulin leader in diabetes care, and one of the leading Danish coffee makers. So essentially, by partnering with larger corporations, by partnering with design manufacturing, and by partnering with designers, we have achieved something that has not been done before. Now, the images, I'm not sure you see them very well, but essentially what you're looking at is waste plastic in a new typology that has never been done before. So we've come from a very, let's say, very traditional perspective, where we still felt we were pioneering some of the early certifications, like the FSC wood certifications and others, and now moving into being a green tech company. Now, some of the stories that we try to get across with the product we do, like this product we saw on the last picture, which is the Earth Stool. So one seat contains waste from 30 liters of beer production, and I've done my share of trying to get to that point in my life, but it is essentially trying to communicate what is behind these products we do. So if you take the journey from picking up the spent grained wet waste at Carlsberg, we dry it, we procure it, and essentially through a very, let's say, complex technology, it ends up as a seed. Now, looking at what we try to achieve as a company, these are the SDGs, and that's very common to many of you guys that are listening in. And now, what we've done over the last couple of years, we've tried, or really done a lot of work in getting exactly what goals are applicable to our company, what goals are where we really can make a difference, and that plays a huge part in our product development. No product that we launch can be launched without achieving one of or several of these goals. And essentially, what the last 3 years have learned us is that especially number 17, and actually that is what we're doing right now at this moment. Actually, we are partnering up for achieving some great results for the planet, and it leaves a lot of opportunity for us. Again, a value chain in furniture production is very complex, and also the commercial point of a furniture manufacturing company like us, where we distributed in over 40 countries, and we work with a lot of different people that every day work with our products, and essentially what we can achieve together is quite amazing.